This video is sponsored by PokedownStore.com, the best place for you to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Looking for that specific code card to complete your deck or just to open up some packs? They have it all. From Darkness Ablaze, Champions Pads, you name it. Look at the huge variety that they offer. Also, this video is sponsored by cardmarket.com. This is a platform I personally use every day, and this is for European players to purchase and sell cards all across Europe, and they have lots of good stuff on here. You can actually open up an account and start selling yourself or buy a fantastic amount of products from people all across Europe. So definitely check out both of my sponsors, PokedownStore.com as well as Card Market. And as a little addition, if you go to Pokedown Store, you can use the coupon code ZAPDOSTCG for 5% of your next order. So definitely do so. You'll help me out a ton. What's up YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome back to another TCG deck profile video on my channel. Today I'm here to present Steelix. This is an updated archetype. Steelix was a card that we previously explored before, but I think it gets a whole heap better thanks to the new supporter Nessa. Nessa is a supporter that lets us get 4 water type Pokemon straightly from the discard pile to our hand. You can also get back water type energies, but we're not playing any water type energies, so we're mainly using it to get 4 Pokemon back from the discard pile. Why do we need that? Well, glad you asked. We're going to be using the Thumping Full attack of Steelix, being able to slap 50 damage for every Pokemon in our hand that we're willing to discard with a retreat cost of 4. That's why you see some wacky stage 1 water type Pokemon in here. The good news is they have a retreat cost of 4. They provide us with extra damage output, and this archetype reminds me so much of Baby Blacephalon. It's unreal. The multiplier is the same, and instead for looking for fire type energies, we are looking for a Pokemon with a retreat cost of 4. The good news is Onix has a retreat cost of 4, Steelix has a retreat cost of 4, so that automatically helps us out. We do have Ordinary Rod to shuffle some of these back. You might even buff it up to even a higher count, but I think like this is plenty as it is, because you can also, the Pokemon, the water type Pokemon you can get back with Nessa. So, and you also get multiple prize cards if you knock out something like a Crobat, Dedenne, etc. So, what is this specific list all about? We're going to be relying on the new Snorlax of all things, with the Eat and Sleep ability, being able to, this is actually Tropical Beach in the ability. You need to have Snorlax in the active position. And the bad news is that Snorlax has a retreat cost of 3. Why couldn't they give it a retreat cost of 4? That would have been way better. But still, we have 2 copies of Snorlax. We're not relying on any quick balls. You might find that very strange, but this is based on a successful Japanese list. We're going to be resorting to capture energy instead. So the main thing is like you start the match and you can only start with Snorlax, Onix, or Oricorio. Either will work fine. As long as you have that capture energy, you can use it. Find yourself the Pokemon you want and slap it down on the bench. We also run 4 Scoop Up Nets, so if you start with like something like an Onix, and if you draw into like a Scoop Up Net, you can use the Scoop Up Net, get rid of the Onix, promote the Snorlax, smack down the Onix, and you'll be good. So you want to have Snorlax in the active position so you can draw cards until you have 7 cards in the hand. This is also a great way, let's say you've used the Thumping Fall, being able to discard like a ton of cards and getting the huge one-hit KO, you're gonna be left with a low hand size, and that's where Snorlax fills up your hand while you just attach or find some stuff. So that's why I do love Snorlax in this list. You could also try out the build with Jirachi with Stellar Wish could also be a nice approach here. So you could like cut Snorlax and add something else instead. It could be a nice approach. You might even throw in 1 copy of Jirachi in here. I wouldn't blame you at all. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna be running Steelix, and the only thing we need is a Twin Energy or a Triple Accelerated Energy to attack. The good news about this specific play is that you're going to be only 1 energy away from getting a huge one-hit KO. I also love the fact that we can use Lieutenant Surge strategy. That just promote your Snorlax, let it just get knocked out, you don't mind at all. Then you play Lieutenant Surge and you could be playing 2 Nessas. That could be like 8 Pokemon in total, 400 damage directly into your hand. That could be possible. Or you can use the Poké Maniac, which is able to search for 3 Pokemon with a retreat cost of exactly believe 4. So in the early phases of the game, you can use Poké Maniac, get Onix, and that could be a thing, or Onix, Steelix. It all depends on the setup. Maybe you already have a couple of Onix in play and you have Steelix in your hand. You can use Poké Maniac for extra damage output. So with Lieutenant Surge, you're going to be able to have a combination, like maybe playing 1 Poké Maniac, 1 Nessa. That's 7 Pokemon in total, which means you get the magical number 350 damage, which one-hit KOs any VMAX in town. So I do love the combination of Poké Maniac and Nessa. Poké Maniac from the deck, Nessa from the discard pile. Nessa only water type Pokemon. As mentioned, you can never start with these stage 1 water types, and you can also change it up if you prefer playing the Dreadnought, because that new Dreadnought has the artwork of Nessa in the artwork, but these are just Pokemon that I found that work perfectly. We're running 4 copies of Abomasnow, 2 copies of Golisopod, 4 copies of Gyarados. It doesn't matter which water type Pokemon you are running, you have to make sure it is not a basic and it is a retreat cost of 4. And then we also have Oricorio in here to get ourselves some extra draw power. So typically how I see this working is like you use Scoop Up Net, you promote the Snorlax. We don't play Quick Ball, you could be playing Quick Ball, but I added like Lieutenant Surge in here. I also don't want to discard my Pokemon, otherwise our damage output is like ridiculously low. Even though you can get it back with Nessa, I think this is a nice approach. We're going to be resorting to Capture Energy. If you put a Capture Energy onto Onix, the following turn, you can even use another Capture Energy to start attacking with it. We also have Twin Energy and Triple Accelerated Energy. You might even cut the Capture Energies entirely and go for 4 Quick Ball. It is your personal playstyle. Maybe 3 Quick Ball and a Jirachi Stellar Wish could also be happening in this specific list. The good news is we're running also 3 copies of the Bird Keeper. So the Bird Keeper will allow us to just use Capture Energy onto Onix, then use Bird Keeper. With the Capture Energy, you find the Snorlax and then you switch around. So as mentioned, this is based on a successful Japanese list, and that's why we're also not running Quick Ball, because we're running 4 copies of the Capture Energy. So we have 4 Evolution Incense, immediately finding ourselves Steelix, or 50 damage, aka a stage 1 water type Pokemon. The Great Ball will provide us with either like an extra damage modifier, maybe a stage 1 water type, maybe an Onix, maybe a Steelix, maybe the Oricorio. So that's always nice in the late game if you find the Oricorio with the Great Ball, so you can draw out of like stuff like Reset Stamp or Marnie. But then again, you just promote your Snorlax, use Bird Keeper, promote Snorlax, or use Scoop Up Net. It doesn't matter. You can end your turn by using the Eat and Sleep ability. Your turn does end, but you add up to 7 cards in the hand, and that's going to be helping out a ton. Let's Snorlax see the discard pile, use Oricorio with, of course, the Dance of the Tributes, and you can actually draw 3 more cards, and out of nowhere, Steelix can get the huge one-hit KO on VMAXs. I also love playing like Lieutenant Surge, Nessa in combination with Boss's Orders. That's always something I love doing with this deck. And there's also Pal Pad in here, so you can get back Surge or Boss's Orders or even Nessa's if need be. So damage output, you're never going to be running out because of the Pal Pad and the huge amount of Nessa. And we also have Ordinary Rod, but I would suggest using Ordinary Rod for the Steelix and Onix, so you have additional attackers. So let's say you have like a 4-4 line. That means without like Quick Ball, you're never going to discard them. So that means you have 4 Steelix to attack with. And then with Ordinary Rod, you can actually shuffle an Onix and a Steelix back into the deck, and that's going to be helping out a ton. So technically you have 6 Steelix to work with. It could be different. Let's say you are up against a 2-prize or a 3-prize deck. You won't even need all these Steelix, so that way you can discard Steelix or Onix from the hand as an extra damage modifier, which is good. And then the Scoop Up Nets are mainly here to just make sure, like sometimes people draw and slap into you. You have 170 HP as a Steelix against 1-prize decks. If you survive the hit, you can also use Scoop Up Net and heal off all the damage, promote another Onix, evolve it, and go from there. Because sometimes you will be running Triple Accelerated Energy anyhow to attack, and that goes to the discard pile after you attack. So the Scoop Up Net is not a bad thing. And also Scoop Up Net is definitely amazing with, of course, the Capture Energy mechanic. So you can use something like, yeah, I don't know, you have like 2 Onix to start with. You use Capture Energy on the bench Onix, then you get out a Snorlax, you Scoop Up Net, promote to Snorlax, and draw a lot of cards. So that's going to be awesome to try out. There's a lot of insta-playable cards, Evolution Incense, Great Ball, Scoop Up Net, a lot of insta-playable cards, which is awesome in this specific deck. So try it out for yourself. I'm very curious to hear your opinions about the specific list. Will you include something like a Jirachi with Stellar Wish? In my testing, it is not necessary. You just sacrifice the Snorlax. That's what I typically do. You can also do that with Steelix Jirachi, by the way, but this works out even better because you have like a huge hand size. They could Marnie you, which is bad, and then knock out your Snorlax. That could happen, but you might have, of course, Oricorio to just draw more cards. And as soon as you're behind in prize cards, like the Lieutenant Surge and Poké Maniac and Nessa combinations are fantastic, and I do enjoy using that mechanic here to get like 7 cards or maybe 8 cards if you're relying on 2 Nessas immediately, and the damage output is ridiculous. Steelix can easily hit 400 damage, so if you're up against VMAX, you're gonna have an awesome time. If you're up against 2 prize decks, you're also gonna have an awesome time. Against 1 prize decks, Scoop Up Net might just be your saver if they are not able to one-hit KO you. So yeah, this is the list based on the Japanese successful list. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to let me know by destroying that like button. Let me know what else I should explore from Vivid Voltage. I do love 1 prize decks. If I haven't made myself clear, that's why we're doing those first. But I'm thinking about Orbeetle, VMAX. Could be nice to just test that out. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see up next. This is a Vivid Voltage deck profile. Will you test it out for yourself? Will you include other cards? Are you a bigger fan of Quick Ball? Maybe you want to include the Dene GX in here. Maybe you want to be using Crobat V. I'm curious to hear your opinion down below. Anyhow, have a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully you guys will have a fantastic day. I'm gonna be giving away a €5 coupon code for cardmarket.com, one of my sponsors, which is totally awesome. That's for European players. If you are a European player, definitely check out the website. You can buy cards there as well as sell cards. And this is a €5 coupon code right now on the screen. If you are the lucky person that got this code, be sure to let me know by posting in the comment section what you're gonna buy with that €5. Also, don't forget about my other fantastic sponsor. We have PokeTownStore.com, the best place for you to get TCG Online code cards. And as you can see, we have, of course, the 5% off deal still working out. If you're purchasing something right now, use the coupon code ZapDoseTCG and you have 5% of your next order. How fantastic is that? Vivid Voltage codes will come on the side very, very shortly. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the content I'll be putting out for Vivid Voltage. With that, I'm going to leave you out, guys, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video very, very shortly. I'm out. Peace.